Hello and welcome to my channel, The Grape Jelly Library. My name is Flo and I am so glad you can join me. I always look forward to your visit. Although we are not in the library today, we are in the very festive parlor getting our Christmas on. The parlor where I love to come and kick my feet up and get some reading done. But today we are not going to do any reading. We are going to do a Christmas tag. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I did a tag, and I thought, yeah, Halloween, I think. So I thought it's about time. I'm a little bit due. So I chose the parlor with the festive tree, give you guys a little Christmas to look at, and some very fun books to enjoy. In trying to find a tag that would fit my needs, I began perusing the internet and I came across this lovely booktube channel called Reading with a Vengeance, and our lovely host is Heather. And I went ahead and I gave her my subscription, and I hope that you will too. It's Christmas, time for giving, so head on over to her channel and give her a subscribe. But before you leave my channel, please give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe as well. And so now here is this. And here is this. The prompts to the Christmas Traditions book tag. And she created this tag herself. So that's kind of cool, and I think she did an excellent job, and this is the tag that I chose to share with you. I feel like this is the one that best fits my personality. Okay, so the prompts are red, gold, and green colors, a book with any combo of those colors on the cover. So every year I like to treat myself to a Christmas book. So the first one I treated myself to was A Christmas Treasure, and I bought this years ago. But we definitely have the colors red, gold, and green in this. I think it's a stunner of a book. And, you know, like who wouldn't want to read? Who wouldn't want to read this view? I love to sit down on Christmas Eve or right, you know, shortly before and get a festive drink and nestle in and enjoy a good book like this. So I chose that one, and then in perusing my shelves, I came across this one, The Nutcracker and Other Christmas Tales, and this is a Barnes & Noble exclusive, and I have not even taken it out of the plastic. And I know that I bought this at least 2 years ago. So like, I just have to wonder, what the heck is wrong with me? Or how busy have I been that I didn't even unwrap this one yet? But they are my two books that I am choosing to fulfill the prompt of a book with red, gold, and green colors. The second prompt is carol singing. What is your favorite Christmas carol? For me, my favorite Christmas carol is Here Comes Santa Claus by Elvis Presley. Now, there are other Christmas carols that are nearer and dearer to my heart, but because I am a kid at heart, this is the song that kicks Christmas off for me every year. When I hear this song, it is officially Christmas in my heart. Them first opening beats get me excited, and you know, they make me want to run straight forward towards Christmas. I just feel like, you know, it's just Christmas is for kids, that's for sure. And I just feel like this song is just so lighthearted and upbeat and kid-friendly, and it just gets me excited and gets me in the mood for Christmas. So I tried to find a book that fulfilled that prompt, but I could not do that. I could not find a book with a title that includes words from that song. But I did the next best thing. So I know last year when Barnes & Noble's had their annual hardcover book sale in January, I went ahead and I bought this one. It is Christmas with Elvis, the official guide to the holidays from the King of Rock and Roll by Robert K. Elder. And if I couldn't find a book with those words in the song, then the next best thing I felt would be to find a book with the singer of that song. So I'm going with this one, and oddly enough, it also fulfills the prompts of the first tag, a book with red, gold, and green. So woohoo, number one prompt, we are batting 1,000. All right, the next prompt is Christmas Trees, Wreaths, and Evergreen Foliage, a book that features nature as a character. Well, I'm going to go with this one, The Hidden Life of Trees, What They Feel and How They Communicate, Discoveries from a Secret World by Peter Wohlleben. I love trees, therefore I love books on trees, and I have not read this book yet, but I think this fulfills that prompt. Sending Cards, a favorite epistolary book you read this year or want to read next year. All right, we're going with Dracula by Bram Stoker. I read this book this year, and I read this book about 10 years ago, and I think at Halloween time, I'm always going to read this book. I think that I am. So Dracula is definitely told in the form of letters. The story is written in the form of letters. So yeah, without a doubt, this book fits that prompt. Incidentally, Dracula is the only book I have ever read twice. I've never read a book twice until Dracula. And next year, I might read it 3 times. It might be the 3rd time. All right. Mistletoe, a book that features unrequited love. All right, so that one would be Exposed, The Secret Life of Jodi Arias. Are you familiar with this she-devil? She is awful, awful, awful. She is a narcissist. She is a liar. She fabricates stories to fit her need. There were several trials that went on for the murder of Travis Alexander. Yeah. And she totally made things up to suit her needs. Thankfully, she was convicted, and she is spending the rest of her life in jail for the horrific crime that she bestowed upon this very young man who was, full of life and had an up and coming bright future. Now, he was not an angel. He had his faults, but no way, no how did he deserve to die at her hands. So yeah, definitely she loved him way more than he loved her. And this is a tragic story, but it was a captivating story when it was exposed and all throughout the trial. So I don't know, if you do not know who she is, maybe you want to Google her if you're into murder mysteries, because she did a number on him. And it is a sad but true tale. Terrible. All right, so now we have Santa Claus, a book that features a character who's not really likable, but endearing anyway. Okay, so now for me, I'm going to say that would be The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Dorian Gray was a narcissist. Dorian Gray was vain. Dorian Gray was a jerk. But somehow, with his flaws, I found him to be human and forgivable and, more importantly, likable. I liked Dorian. I liked reading about Dorian. I liked this book that Oscar Wilde created about Dorian Gray. So yeah, I feel like this is my answer for that prompt. All right, next is Nativity Scenes, a family-based historical fiction. This one truly stumped me. I have over 1,000 books, and I cannot, can you believe it? Cannot think of a book that would fulfill this prompt. So I am going to have to gracefully just surpass this question, if you don't mind. Elf on a Shelf, a book on your shelf that catches your eye all of the time, but you never pick it up. Oh, Lord. For me, it would be The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. And it is a hefty one. And I do want to read this book. But I bought this book on April 3rd of 2021. And I don't touch it. I don't touch it. But I love it. It is beautiful. One day. Christmas movies, favorite adaptation, or a book you would like to. Okay, Christmas movies, favorite adaptation, or a book you would like to see adapted. I'm gonna go with Gingerbread by Helen Oyeyemi. I'm going to go with this book because when I bought this book, I loved the cover of it. I fell in love, and that is one of the main reasons why I bought it. The second reason is, who doesn't love gingerbread, right? I love gingerbread. And then just that crow with that orange, I don't know, it just speaks to me. And then on the back it says praise for Helen Oyeyemi. But upon reading this, it wasn't the book I thought it was going to be. I did enjoy it, but I was somewhat disappointed. Okay, so now stay with me. Within that disappointment, I feel like, you know how they always say the book is always better than the movie? I feel like in this case, perhaps the movie would be better than the book. I could be wrong, but that is my gut instinct. So I would like to see that happen with this book. Perhaps the movie could fill in the blanks that I found throughout the book. And book friends, the next one would be Ugly Sweaters, a book that made you laugh out loud. And that, for me, would be I Will Judge You by Your Bookshelf by Grant Snyder. And it looks like this. And the cover made me laugh out loud. And I'm not really into graphic novels, but you know, I said, let's expand our horizon and let's step out of our box and let's go, you know, beyond our regular realm. And so I did that. And boy, am I glad that I did. I know I bought this book on December 1st of 2020, and I read it back to back, front to back, December 1st, 2020. I remember it vividly. I poured myself a glass of wine. I got myself a bowl of grapes and a handful of salt and pepper pistachios, and I set about on the journey of reading this book. And I definitely laughed out loud because he is judging me. He's literally judging me, and I found humor in that judgment. I did not take offense. I found humor in it. So definitely this is the book that made me laugh out loud. Now we're getting near the end. And all right. Eggnog, a book you love that everyone seems to hate, or vice versa. So, you know what? The book that I hate is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Yeah. I hate that book. Hate that book. But I have a new winner that will replace that one. With all of my being and with all of my might, I cannot stand Tender is the Flesh by Agustina Basterica. I did the Audible version of that, and let me tell you, that was a return, a quick return. I got about 7 chapters in, and I said, this is BS, and I am not going to listen to this anymore, and it is going back, and I am getting my full credit refunded, and then we are going to buy something way more enjoyable to read than this son of a gun. I love my animals, and I do not want to hear of any kind of slaughter. Not for me. All right, Exchanging Gifts, a book you read this year and thought this would be perfect for ... That one would be 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna Wiest. That book is just so jam-packed with positive reality, true spoken wisdom. It is, you know, it is the truth that we need to hear, that we are afraid to hear. A lot of it is aha. We have aha moments, but a lot of it is like, ooh, that's a hard pill to swallow, but you know what? She ain't lying. She ain't lying. And I'm a realist, and I hear what my sister is saying, and I am heeding her advice. And, you know, yeah, I just think everybody would benefit from that book. Christmas Cookies. All right. Share by tagging some of your, you know, some of your friends. And so I would like to do that. You know, first one that's coming to my mind is Micah Cummings. I feel like he would do a great job with this tag. So I am definitely going to tag him. Another one that I think would do a great job with this tag is MJ from over at Reading This Life, as well as anyone else out there who would like to do this tag. If you celebrate the season, and if you would like to partake in this tag, by all means, consider yourself tagged, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Until my next video, know that I love you. Be well, be good, and be reading.